Hello everyone, my name is Rahul Pandey, Assistant Professor in Electronics and Communication Department, SKIT Jaipur. I am going to deliver a lecture on counter type ADC. And before starting the topic counter type ADC, we must understand what is an ADC, analog to digital converter. We must know how it works and what are the applications of ADC. So to begin with the introduction part, uh, as the name suggests, analog to digital converter, it converts analog signal into digital signal. So an electronic circuit which transforms a signal from analog to digital form is called as analog to digital converter. And it is obvious that digital computer and microprocessor can only understand binary languages, which is 0 and 1. So if we are using a analog signal before the digital computer or microprocessor, then in between them we need a analog to digital converter, which is going to be which is going to convert analog signal into digital equivalent. So the block diagram in this slide explaining that if analog signal is appeared at the input side, it will convert it into digital digital output at the output side. Like suppose we are taking an analog signal of 5 volt, so it will be converted as 0 1 0 1 if we are taking 4 bit ADC. So this is a general conversion into analog from analog to digital signal. Now why we use ADCs? So we know that in some cases we don't have any other option rather than generation of an analog signal by some circuit. And so before sending it to a digital computer or microprocessor, or you can say a microcontroller, it must be converted into digital signal. And that is why we need a ADC. Suppose we take an example of a temperature sensor. Temperature sensor records the temperature of a room in environment or laboratory and converts it into its voltage equivalent, which is generally in the form of analog signal. Now, if you want to send that signal to a microcontroller for further operation, you must have an ADC between them. So ADC provide a link between the analog world of transducers and digital world of signal processing and data handling. Now, application of ADC. ADC, you can find ADCs in various electronics domain, like digital voltmeter, cell phone, thermocouple, and digital oscilloscope. In all these examples, you find a ADC. Like suppose we take the example of digital voltmeter. Digital voltmeter is a device which display the voltage measurement of any circuit in the digital form. And if you record the voltage of a circuit, then internally a ADC converts that voltage into the digital form so that at the display it will appear in the form of digital signal. Similarly, the output of microphone, the voltage at photodiode, or the signal of an accelerometer are example of analog signal, which is going to be converted with the help of ADC before giving to the microprocessor or a microcontroller. Now, suppose take a case study in which we are going to measure the height of a water tank, which is a 40-foot tall, with the help of an instrument with a 10-bit ADC. We are taking this case study to establish analogy to understand the working of a general working of a ADC. And now we have a 40-foot tall tank, and we want to measure the level with the help of 10-bit ADC. We are considering that 0 feet of water in the tank corresponds to 0% of measurement, while 40 feet of water, that means full tank, corresponds to 100% of measurement. So if we are taking a 10-bit ADC, then the range of the ADC will be from 0 to 2 to the power 10, which is 10 1024, 1024, and the range is 0 to 1024, and between this range there are 1023 steps. So for each step size, if we want to calculate each step size, then we must divide 40 by 1023, and it will come as 0.039101 feet. That means one step corresponds to 0.039101 feet, and which is nearly equal to 5 inch. So this 5 inch or this 0.039101 feet is the resolution of that ADC used in this case. So you can define resolution as the step size between the successive step. Now see this diagram. This is a water tank which is 40 feet height, and ADC is connected through the level transmitter, and in the downside you can see that for 0 feet, we can see here that the value is 0, and for the last reading you can see here the last reading is 40 feet, and for 40 feet corresponding 40 feet we have a digital output which is 10 ones. Similarly you can see for 0.07820 feet of water level, it corresponds to 010, which is 2 in decimal, in digital. So this is the conversion table, you can say, where you can say that for each 0.039101 feet we have a new digital number, new binary number, and we have the maximum number at 40 feet, and which is 10 times 1. This type of circuit is having a resolution of 5 inch or 0.039101 feet. If you want to measure the level more precise, then you must consider higher bit of ADC. Like suppose we are taking 20 bit of ADC, then to divide 40 by 2 to the power 20, it is obvious that the step size will be decreased, and so we can more precisely measure the level of water tank. So this is a general case of a ADC. Now we will switch to the our main topic, which is counter type ADC. So ADCs are mainly having 4 type, which is counter type ADC, successive approximation type ADC, flash type ADC, and dual slope type ADC. So we are going to discuss counter type ADC now. The block diagram is shown in the figure, which is having 4 main component. First one is binary counter, then DAC, then comparator, and then a AND gate. The working of the counter type ADC is starts with the counting of binary counter, and whatever will be the counting of binary counter is going to be at the input of DAC. DAC now convert that binary count into analog signal, and that analog signal is going to be compared with that analog input of comparator. Now what will be the comparator output, either 1 or 0? It is given to the AND gate, and AND gate output is going to be at the input side of binary counter. Binary counter starts counting only when it gets 1 as output of AND gate, and to have 1 as output of AND gate, we have clock signal as 1 and also comparator output as 1. Then counting process starts. Suppose we want to convert a signal which is 5.2 analog input. Analog input is 5.2. Now suppose the counter counts starts at 0000. This 0000 is going to be at the input side of DAC, and DAC converts that 0000 as 0. Now 5.2 is greater than 0, so comparator will give output as 1. Uh, Here we must recall the process of comparator, working of comparator. At comparator, when non-inverting signal is having higher voltage than inverting signal, then it always gives 1. And when non-inverting signal is having voltage less than inverting signal, then it will give 0. So 5.2 is the voltage at non-inverting signal, and it is greater than 0, so the output is 1. The comparator output is 1, clock is always 1, so at binary counter enable signal 1 is appears, and so the counter starts it resume its counting, and the next count will be 0001. To corresponding to this 0001, DAC will give now output as 1. And for this 1, again this 1 is less than 5.2, output will be 1. Again AND gets output will be 1, and binary counter resumes next counting. And next counting will be like 0010. For this value 0010, DAC will give 2 analog signal, because digital to analog converter means digital signal 0010 is going to be converted as analog signal 2. Now again 5.2 is greater than 2. So what will be the output of comparator? It is again 1. And since it is 1 and clock is always 1, the output of AND gate is 1. And so binary counter is resume next level of counting, and which is 0011. In the last, suppose the output the counter counts as 0101. For this counting value, DAC will give analog signal as 5. Again 5.2 is greater than 5, so 0101 is uh, the counter gets again 1, and so counter again counts one more step, which is 0110. But when 0110 appears, 0110 appears at DAC, DAC will convert back it into 6 volt. Now 6 is greater than 5.2, so output of comparator becomes 0, and hence output of AND gate becomes 0, and counter stops counting at 0110. So 5.2 analog voltage is converted into 0110 as digital output. In this case, we can see if the output is 5 volt, if the output would be 5 volt, I mean if the analog input would be 5 volt, the digital output will be 0101. But for range 5.1 to 5.9, it will give output as 0110. This is the working of counter type ADC, in which we can see that analog signal is going to be converted in digital form. Here we can see, suppose the analog input was 15. We can see we have earlier seen that to convert 5.2 voltage into digital form, we need 6 clocks, and to convert 15 from the same analogy, we are clear that we need 15 clock. So the conversion time of this counter type ADC varies according to the analog input. If it would be 2 volt, then it converts in lesser time. If the analog input is 10 volt or 15 volt, accordingly it will take more time. This is the main disadvantage of this counter type ADC. The advantage of this counter type ADC is that it is very simple to construct. It is using lesser components, it is using a simple way of construction, and so these are the advantages. These are the working which I have earlier explained in the diagram. Now the advantage, it is very simple to understand and also to operate. Its design is less complex, so the cost is also less. Disadvantage is speed is less. That means to convert a very high value of analog voltage, actually we have explained a 4-bit counter, and through the help of 4-bit counter we have taken the maximum count of analog input as 15. But suppose we have to convert in a case 150 volt, then for that we need 150 clock and also a higher bit of counter. So these are the disadvantage of this circuit, because uh, the speed is going to be slow as the analog input is going higher. And also there may be conflicts if the next input is sampled before completion of one process. So this is the main advantage and disadvantage of this topic. So this topic finishes here.